Bitcoin isn't just another asset. It's the heartbeat of the cryptocurrency market. But right now, it's facing one of the most defining moments in its history. Prices have slipped below $110,000 after hitting record highs just weeks ago, sparking questions across the financial world. With institutional adoption on the rise, new regulations coming into play, and game-changing upgrades transforming its network, the big question is clear. Is Bitcoin setting up for its next bull run, or are we about to witness more turbulence ahead? Let's break it all down. Bitcoin is currently trading below $110,000, marking a decline of more than 10% from the all-time highs it achieved in August. This sudden correction has had ripple effects across the entire crypto landscape. Over $1.8 billion worth of liquidations were recorded, with the majority coming from long positions. That means many traders were betting on the price to keep going higher, but instead they were caught off guard by the sharp reversal. The sell-off has also cooled down enthusiasm in both the spot and futures markets. Trading volumes have declined, and on-chain activity shows fewer active wallets engaging in transactions. This paints a picture of cautious investor sentiment. Traders are sitting on the sidelines, waiting for clarity before making their next move. But while retail traders may be more hesitant, it's important to remember that short-term dips often open up opportunities for long-term players. Institutional and regulatory developments. On the institutional front, Bitcoin is stronger than ever. Since spot Bitcoin ETFs were approved in early 2024, they've attracted more than $48 billion in net inflows. To put that into perspective, Bitcoin ETFs have already outperformed traditional investment products like gold ETFs in terms of growth. This shift signals that Bitcoin is not just an alternative investment, it's becoming a mainstream financial instrument. Major institutions such as BlackRock, Fidelity, and other financial powerhouses are now openly recommending Bitcoin as part of diversified portfolios. The idea of Bitcoin as digital gold is no longer a theory. It's becoming a financial reality. Institutional investors see it as a hedge against inflation, a store of value, and increasingly, a strategic asset that fits into long-term wealth preservation strategies. However, regulatory challenges remain. Around the world, governments are taking a closer look at Bitcoin's role in financial systems. There are ongoing debates about its environmental impact due to energy-intensive mining, as well as discussions about how to integrate Bitcoin into payment networks and global governance. Some countries are embracing it, while others remain cautious. But what's clear is that Bitcoin is firmly on the radar of regulators and policymakers everywhere. Technological advances and ecosystem. Growth beyond price action and institutional. Headlines: one of the most exciting developments is happening inside Bitcoin's ecosystem itself. Traditionally viewed as a simple store of value, Bitcoin is now evolving into something much more dynamic. The BRC 2.0 upgrade has introduced Ethereum, virtual machine, EVM compatibility, allowing developers to build and deploy smart contracts on Bitcoin's network. This is groundbreaking because it transforms Bitcoin from just digital gold into a platform capable of supporting decentralized applications and programmable finance. Imagine being able to leverage Bitcoin security while building apps and services on top of it. That's the future BRC 2.0 is pointing toward. Meanwhile, Bitcoin mining remains as competitive as ever. Mining difficulty recently reached an all-time high, showing that miners are still heavily invested in the network's long-term security. And while concerns about energy usage persist, many mining operations are shifting toward renewable energy. Its sources, hydropower, solar, and wind, are increasingly being integrated, addressing environmental concerns and ensuring Bitcoin's growth remains sustainable. Market sentiment and forecast. When it comes to short-term price action, sentiment is everything. Right now, Bitcoin's moves are closely tied to broader macroeconomic conditions. U.S. inflation data, interest rate decisions by the Federal Reserve, and global geopolitical tensions all play major roles in shaping investor behavior. Technically speaking, analysts point out that Bitcoin's Relative Strength Index, RSI, is showing signs of bullish divergence. This suggests that despite the recent sell-off, momentum could be building for a potential recovery. Key resistance lies around $112,500, a level traders are watching closely. If Bitcoin can break through this zone, it may open the door to renewed bullish momentum. But if it gets rejected, another round of downward pressure is possible. Large holders, often referred to as whales, continue to play a critical role. Many of these investors are not only holding significant amounts of Bitcoin, but also diversifying into assets like Ethereum. Combined, institutional and whale holdings reflect billions of dollars in conviction, suggesting the market is maturing and consolidating around a few dominant digital assets. Key takeaways. Let's sum up what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Market correction. Bitcoin's drop below $110,000 has triggered massive liquidations, reflecting short-term bearish pressure. Institutional strength. ETFs and major financial players continue pouring money into Bitcoin, reinforcing its role as digital gold. Regulatory focus. Governments are debating Bitcoin's energy usage and its integration into financial systems, keeping it in the global spotlight. Tech evolution. Upgrades like BRC 2.0 bring smart contracts and new utility, expanding Bitcoin's role beyond just a store of value. Mining and security. Difficulty and competition remain at record highs, showing Bitcoin's network is stronger than ever. Future outlook. Resistance at $112,500 will be critical to watch in the near term, while long-term adoption trends remain overwhelmingly bullish. Bitcoin is more than just a price chart. It's a revolution in finance, technology, and global economics. Yes, short-term volatility is part of the game, and corrections like the one we're seeing now are not unusual. But beneath the surface, institutional adoption, technological innovation, and network security are laying the foundation for Bitcoin's next chapter. So, will Bitcoin reclaim its highs and set new records? Or will external pressures hold it back for now? One thing is certain. Bitcoin remains the centerpiece of the crypto market, and its story is far from over. As always, stay informed, stay cautious, and keep an eye on the bigger picture, because the journey of Bitcoin is only just beginning.